Hello everybody and welcome back to Sunshine Islands. It is now the 8th day of spring and it is a festival day today. It is our Harvest Goddess Festival and this is pretty exciting for us because it's going to be the first time that we're able to see what this festival is all about. It's impossible to see it in our first year of the game, and we managed to just barely meet the requirements to unlock it for our second year here. We went ahead and asked our date to this festival yesterday on the 7th. It's sort of a romantic festival in a way because it centers around taking a date, but I wouldn't exactly call it romantic at the same time. It's a really good opportunity to get some additional friend points, not only with the candidate that you invite, but you'll also get a bunch of friend points for everybody who you talk to at the festival, which is nice. The downside is we won't be getting another wonderful from this festival, and I really feel like it's a long time since we've had an opportunity to get a sunstone because a wonderful, sorry, because most of the festivals that we have been to lately haven't given us the opportunity to get a wonderful. It hasn't been a competing type of a festival. And while I do think that we're gonna have better luck at some of the festivals this year, there's probably still going to be a few that we're going to lose and we're going to get wonderful pieces in instead. So I mean, it would be nice to compete in as many of those festivals as we can, just so our chances are better. So we can go and meet Lana at the cafe anytime between 10 a.m. and 5:50 p.m. I think you can go right until 6, actually, but the festival technically ends at 6 p.m., so you want to make sure that you do not forget this festival. Don't forget your date, because if you stand them up, if you don't go and pick them up and you don't attend the festival, you will lose a whopping 10,000 friend points, which is huge. So we're gonna play the sheep mini game here, the shearing mini game. And the sheep's is a little bit easier than the cows, I find, because there's no precision with this. You just basically have to mash on the sheep when it runs past, and each time you click on it, it'll drop a little bit of its wool. And of course the idea is to get as much wool as you possibly can. The bigger the pile of wool, the better quality the wool will be. So you mostly just mash using the stylus, or in my case the mouse. That is probably going to come out really, really loud on the recording. I apologize. I did all of my watering today already. So I will ship a couple of things just to make a little bit of money. I also just realized I forgot to milk my cow. I was all set to shear my sheep and I completely forgot to milk my cow, so I should do that right away before I forget. And then after that, all the animals are taken care of. I do have to go and check on the pig over on Mushroom Island. Just make sure that he's all taken care of. I've gone ahead and peeked ahead at the weather for the next couple of days, and I shouldn't have any rain for quite a few days from now, so it's safe to keep the animals outdoors. Let them enjoy a little bit of the sunshine. I haven't been relying on taro as much I've just been kind of fast forwarding my game. I've kind of just been sleeping and then waking up, sleeping and waking up, and just checking the weather about a week in advance, because I need to know that data in order to know how to properly water my trees. So as I'm getting further and further into the game, there's a lot more technical things that are coming into play, like trees. They're very technical, and you kind of have to plan a little bit ahead of time, but they haven't died so far, and I'm fairly confident that we can at the very least get these trees that we have now to the next stage of development easily without killing any of them, which is good. I think my pig's inside because it rained yesterday. Yes, he's here. Alright, I'm gonna hand feed him. And then I'll let him roam outdoors. I'm not having any luck picking anything up. There's a lot of weeds and there's lots of rocks, but I'm not finding a lot of flowers or herbs or anything like that, which is a little disappointing. Now, today is about honoring the harvest goddess. It's the Harvest Goddess Festival, and it is also her birthday today, so we might as well give her a gift while we're here on the Mystic Islands. Now, luckily for us, because the goddess isn't a character that we can actually talk to, she will accept a gift from us at any time with no issues, which is fantastic because I do not remember the last time that I gave her a gift. As soon as I got her sunstones, that was it. I pretty much gave up talking to her after that. So by this point, I've pretty much killed enough time. I want to be sure that I get to Lana in time, so I don't miss out on the festival. I was hoping for a few more things to kind of forage and pick up, but there really is nothing, which is a tad annoying, actually. After not having the weeds for a whole month, I want that back. I want another month of no weeds, but that is not to be, unfortunately. So I'll just pick up a quick few things here on Sprout Island, and then I will meet Lana here at the cafe and we can go to the festival. Perfect timing, let's go. Are you blushing? Just kidding. Actually, you're blushing. And she's probably been waiting here for like 8 hours. So, whoops. Wish me luck. Break a leg. Well, don't really break a leg. So you can see at this festival, it comprises entirely of just marriage candidates, which I think is unique. I don't think there's any other festival that has just this demographic of people. So that's pretty cool. So this is just an opportunity to get friend points with all of the marriage candidates, male and female, with the exception of Witch Princess and Shay. You cannot invite them to this festival, unfortunately, so they're kind of out for this particular festival. And if you want to invite a date, just remember that they have to have a green heart level or more, and you have to ask them on the previous day for them to be able to attend as your date on the 8th for this festival. So I'll just talk to everybody here. Everyone's just gonna kind of tell us their thoughts on the Harvest Goddess. Now, every character that you talk to, you will get 300 friend points with. And the person that you invited to go with you will get 700 friend points. Which isn't bad. That's basically just a free gift. You're basically talking to them and you get the equivalent of a liked gift worth of friend points. So I did bring my fishing rod. I suppose I can do a little bit of fishing before we get things started with this festival. And of course, that was one of the reasons that I invited Lana, and it's actually probably the only reason that I invited Lana to this festival, is because I would really like to get her heart points up fully to a red heart, and then I don't have to worry about giving her gifts anymore. I don't have to worry about giving her fish. I can ship them. I can actually get my fishing sunstone, which would be great, and I can also start to give fish to other villagers who also like fish as presents. I'm having a little bit of luck here, not too much. So I probably won't fish for too long. Alright, I'll try one more time. Nope. Okay, well, I only managed to catch 2 fish, I think. But I have a few in my inventory, which is nice. I can sell a few of those, and maybe keep one for Lana. And once you've done everything that you want to do, and you've spoken to everybody, go ahead and talk to Elisa, and you can get the festival underway. So this festival here is a little dance that the girls will do in celebration of the harvest goddess. Now I like this little dance. It's very well put together. They're all in sync. It's well choreographed. And this event doesn't change if you're playing as Chelsea. Unfortunately, the boys don't do a dance for you. I think that that would be pretty cool, but it's the same event that you're seeing now. It'll be the girls of the village dancing. The only difference playing as Chelsea, of course, is you ask one of the men to accompany you, to kind of escort you to the festival, and as a male, you're asking which female you want to escort to that festival. So it's pretty much the same thing. Once the dance is all finished, you will automatically bring your date back to their house. Thanks for walking me home. See you tomorrow. And then once they're safely back at home, you will be brought back to your house at 6 p.m., which is the usual festival end time. So that's it. That was all there was to it. Something a little different. And now I can pretty much just sort of wrap up my day by talking to some of the other villagers if I want to, and giving out some gifts. But I'm feeling a little lazy. I don't think I'm gonna go over to the Mystic Islands. I was already there today. I think I'll skip Witch Princess. It's not gonna kill her if I skip a day. We did watch the Yellow Heart event a couple of days ago, which just shows you that even though sometimes I don't always get to her every single day and talk to her and give her gifts every single day, that doesn't necessarily mean that she's behind in any way. Like, she's very much caught up with Sabrina, and she's much more far ahead than Lily or Chelsea is. So I'm not too worried about it. I just have to be careful not to ignore her for too many days in a row, of course, because otherwise we'll be in trouble if she starts ignoring us. I do, however, have to go to Mushroom Island because I have to talk to Wada. I want to make sure that I'm talking to Chelsea and to Wada so that they will accept my gifts. And I'm feeling quite hungry. I think I'll go to the diner instead of the cafe because I'm not too worried about my stamina at this point. I'm more concerned with fullness. So I'm going to eat something to fill up my belly, and then I will go over to Mushroom Island again. I do apologize that some of this episode, and I'm sure a few episodes before it, kind of just feel like filler material. I'm not doing that intentionally. It's just because there are so many episodes that I'm doing back to back to back that I don't have the free time to make progress and to sort of make note of things to cover in an update video. We've had story events happen. I've had to put in some hard events. We've had festivals. And then, of course, we had to set up for the beginning of the month with all our crops and things like that. So we have been fairly busy, but I think now I'm going to be getting a bit of a break. I'll go home and look at the calendar on my wall. We do have a festival next week. We will be giving out our chocolates to the girls of the village on the 14th for the Spring Harmony Day Festival. But from the 9th onwards, there should be a stretch of these 5 days here that I should be able to play on my own. And then hopefully by the time the 14th rolls around, I'll actually have something exciting or something new or some sort of upgrade that we can do. I don't think anything completely catastrophic is going to happen. The weather is going to be good for the next couple of days. I know that in advance. So that should give all of our crops some time to grow. I should be able to work much better in better weather. My stamina won't drain as quickly, so hopefully I can chop some branches and break some boulders, and then we'll just kind of go from there. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I hope that I have something new and fun and exciting to talk about soon. Hopefully I'll be able to play for a bit, and I will be back on Sunday, the 14th day of spring, if all goes to plan. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.